Hey guys, welcome to episode 4. Very excited about this episode. It's the first time I find something that I've been able to confirm is valuable. Let me leave you with that. You have to watch the rest of the episode to know more. But I've expanded the search. I'm no longer just in the area where the home site supposedly was. There's this big clearing that leads off in different directions and forks into different roads. So I'm basically just kind of detecting further away from the home site, anywhere where it's open enough for me to swing. This part's actually a bit of a challenge. If you look, you'll see how overgrown the road is. So to get the coil low, it's a lot of work. And every time you hit any little twig, you get a false signal. So we're gonna see what we can do. So this is actually an older video that I filmed and had just kind of disregarded because I had no idea what I found. I thought it was just a piece of junk. And then I saw someone else's video with something similar and figured out what I had.
What?
So what I didn't say is that I was thinking gun part. Now, I was thinking gun part because I thought it was shaped kind of like a trigger or a trigger guard, and that was actually totally wrong. So it was kind of a lucky guess. But wait till you see exactly what it is. Not normally that wide, I don't think, but there are some knives that have it. You know, there's some that even have the loops.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Think about if we're finding horse nails or hoof nails,
Yeah.
horseshoe nails. I wonder if there's a tool
Very possible.
that would have that same.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
So the cupped area that I thought perhaps had something to do with a trigger or trigger guard is actually a cup where they would put gunpowder to ignite the bullet. Notice how all the holes line up. You be the judge. All right, so we decided to go to this little river. Figure that whoever lived here, they had to use water. And I already got a signal. We just started. One of the best signals I've had, so probably a bullet, but we'll see what we got. I got it. Shotgun head stamp. Well, you can see this one's been in the water for a while. It's all clean on the one side. It's definitely an older shotgun head stamp. You can tell it had a paper. Let's see, it says Sure Shot Remington number 12. All right, guys, so this signal's just like the last one. It's another 15, but this is definitely a dig everything spot. So I'm guessing it's going to be a shotgun head stamp, but you never know. So we're going to give it a shot. Is that? No, that's a rock. You gotta be kidding me, guys. I can't believe out of all places, I find a pull tab here. I find like no pull tabs on this property. We go down to the river through all the bugs and spiders and who knows what else. Probably got ticks all over ourselves. Yeah, you should see my son's face just there. And I find a pull tab. Well, guess just goes to show you can find them anywhere. All right, guys, I think I finally found silver. Check this out. Sorry for the noise, but that is the coolest spider. Oops, it's not focusing on it. Ever seen a silver spider? I haven't. If you know what a silver spider is, make a comment. which has been most of the bullets I've dug. I'm right on it. Let's see what we got. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, another one. That's another Confederate I button. It's not really as good as the other one. Wow. You know, so when I found the first one, I thought, you know, this could just be a fluke. Maybe it got thrown out with people's stuff. But that's two, guys. Two Confederate I buttons. Wow. I'm gonna clean this one up a lot better, and I'll do some more pictures of it. Gosh, that's so awesome. All right, guys, so just found this. I really don't know what it is. Kind of interesting though. It's got a shape to it. It's, you know, copper or brass. I'll see if I can't clean it up and give you some idea what maybe it is. It's different. 15 to 17 is pretty strong. All right, we're gonna have to dig that. All right, let's see what we got. Love this dirt. I did want to point out one little trick I like to do that I haven't seen a lot of other detectors do. I'll deliberately leave my pinpointer on the ground right by the hole, and then I drop the dirt on it. That way, when I dig up the metal item, it sounds right away. All right, guys. It feels like... Okay, so my phone actually shut off right in the middle of this because it got hot. And it's right in the middle of the sun, so I cooled it down just enough. I got something good, I can tell, guys. This is going to be super cool. But I'm going to move it into the shade. But I wanted you guys to see I'm not faking it, so let's go. All right, guys, I know I got a button. I can feel the shank. And I also know it's got something on it. It looks like an R at this point. Man, it's got a full shank. That's nice. Forgot the pee-pee juice. And it was found right next to that block I, so you can be almost certain that we know 1863-ish, so you can be almost certain it's the same era. All right. So I'm always interested on whether the relics I find have any value. People are always asking me, does anything you find, is it worth anything? Well, this one is interesting because while I could find on the internet that the R stood for rifleman, and rifleman buttons weren't that uncommon, this particular version was extremely uncommon. I couldn't find it at any relic site anywhere, any forum. I found one YouTube video that showed one that was real beat up that had the same R on it, and I found out it's called an old script R. So I emailed a relic seller, and much to my surprise, he said that the very bottom end of the value would be $750 up to about $2,250. So, wow, that's really cool. All right, guys, I'll take that. All right, guys, so I got a really good signal here. It's a 16. Getting pretty close. It seems like it's fairly big. There it, oh wow. Oh wow. Yes, that is awesome. I'm sure you guys know what that is. You know, to some of you that's probably just a spoon, but if you watch any metal detecting videos, there's always a spoon, right? Always a spoon. And here's the other cool thing. The metal thing I found in my previous video, I now know what it is. It's a spoon handle. So that's really cool. Now, I don't know what it's made out of. It's very, very thin. It almost seems like it's made out of copper or brass. I don't know if they made spoons out of that. I'm going to have to do a little bit of homework. But I'm very happy with that, guys. I found a spoon. Woohoo! So finding this spoon helped me to identify my earlier find, which turned out to be a spoon handle. So first I did a little bit of homework and found out that this particular shape is called a fiddle spoon because it flares out there towards the base of the handle. But then I dug a little bit deeper. On the spoon, I saw that there was a back mark, but I couldn't read it. So since I knew that the spoon handle was my previous find, I looked and it was a little bit easier to find and a little bit easier to read. So I put it under a digital microscope and I could find the mark. Curtis and Company. This turns out to really identify the spoon maker as, again, that 1800s period. So far, everything I've found has been right from the mid-1800s. All right, guys, I'm turning off my headphones so you guys can hear this because this is a really rare signal here. Oops. You hear that? That's a straight up 16. I don't get that here. Last one was a spoon, so definitely going to dig that one. All right, I'm in the sidewall, so I'm going to go ahead and pull in for a tight shot here. Man, I forgot to silence my phone. I got a phone call right in the middle, but check that out. That's my second one, guys. My second full harmonica out here. You know, I imagine for these people back in the day, a harmonica was probably a little bit like YouTube today. You know, what else did they have to do? So, that's why these things were so common. And it's got such a sandy soil here, it preserves these really well. So this gives you a real good view of what they actually look like, how we know that they're a harmonica reed, because you can see it totally intact. Guys, that's super cool. I'm glad I got that on a live dig. Yep. That's cool. All right, guys, this is pretty iffy, so I didn't film it, but it's interesting. It's part of some kind of a clasp. It could be suspenders. I can see it for sure. It's part of it because you can see this toothed area. There'd be another part where the fabric would go through that and that would hold it. So, kind of cool. Don't know the exact age, but I'd say it's at least not real recent. So the reason I didn't think that suspender clip was very old is because it had some kind of plating on it, and I thought that was a fairly new technology. But now at a later hunt where I didn't bring my son, who's my photographer, and so somehow I forgot to hit record, I found this suspender clip, which is also plated, but it has writing all over it that helped to identify it from, again, the period of the 1800s. So I think both of them are pretty old. This one says on it American Suspender Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, and then it says registered union made. And that handshaking logo is from the trade union, and that's why it says registered union made. That was the name of the trade union back in the 1800s. Wasn't able to find out a whole lot about the suspender company, but found these cool photos or actually posters, probably for publicizing the company. That was kind of cool. All right, guys, well, just want to review the finds. Had a really fun hunt. First have this piece that I filmed quite a while ago, originally thought was just junk, and then after watching a video from, I think it was Green Mountain, he found side plate from a flintlock musket, and sure enough, that's what I got. So that's really cool. Found these two suspender clips. One, fortunately, with so much writing on it, we were able to identify that it was from the same time period, the mid-1800s. It's American Suspender Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, and it is union made, registered, so it's part of the union. And then, of course, this little piece of probably again a suspender clip. Cut musket ball would be my guess. This little piece of lead. Sew-in button. I don't think this one quite made it to the video. We've got a shotgun head stamp, of course. Our spoon and our spoon handle. Curtis and Company was the maker. So again, same time frame. Second whole harmonica found on site. And of course, my two buttons. This being the second infantry blocked eye button I found from the Civil War. Same location. And of course, my rifleman old script R. Civil War button, Confederate. Very, very cool. Very excited. All right, well, you'll see in just a second a preview from my next video. I've already got some good footage. Can't wait. See you then. Please don't forget to subscribe. Whoa!
Whoa, why?
Ha!
Why?
Ha!
Why?
You need to film this. Hurry up.